Can Yaman. A name that has become a symbol of passion, mystery, and unstoppable charisma. Around the world, his every move is followed, his every word dissected, and his every gesture analyzed. But nothing could have prepared fans for his latest revelation. A chilling confession that stunned the media, shocked his supporters, and placed Sara Bluma at the center of a storm she never expected. His words, heavy with regret and sharp with truth, were clear: she'll regret it forever. And with that, the world stopped to listen. What happened between Can Yaman and Sara Bluma? Why was his confession so devastating, so cold, so unforgettable? To understand the magnitude of this moment, we must return to the beginning. Sara Bluma, a name that first appeared in connection with Can Yaman in whispers, then in headlines, then in full-blown tabloid sagas. Their connection was not just a casual link, it was a spark that ignited speculation across Europe, particularly in Italy, where Can had become a household name. He was the golden boy, the foreign star who had captured Italian hearts. She was the fresh face, the figure surrounded by intrigue, someone who seemed to know how to capture attention at the right time. Together, they became the subject of endless fascination. At first, the relationship, or the rumor of a relationship, was cloaked in glamour. Paparazzi photos of them walking, side by side, smiling, perhaps too close, too comfortable. The Italian press exploded, with magazines calling them the new power couple. Fans debated fiercely online: was this real love, or just a fleeting connection amplified by the media? For Can Yaman, whose career had always been entangled with speculation about his personal life, this was nothing new. But with Sara, there was something different. There was drama in the air, and fans could feel it. Over time, however, cracks began to show. While Can focused on his demanding career, preparing for Sandokan, navigating international projects, balancing fame across multiple countries, Sara seemed to pursue the spotlight in her own way. For some, she was seen as opportunistic, someone who understood the value of being connected to Can Yaman's name. For others, she was a woman caught in the whirlwind of a star far bigger than she had ever imagined. Whatever the truth, their story was doomed to be messy. And then came the confession. In a rare moment of raw honesty, Can Yaman broke his silence. He did not raise his voice, he did not dramatize the moment, he didn't need to. His words cut deeper because of their simplicity. Speaking about his past with Sara, he admitted that mistakes had been made, mistakes that could not be undone. And then, the phrase that echoed around the world: she'll regret it forever. Why did these words land like a thunderclap? Because they carried the weight of finality. Can is not a man prone to careless statements. He is careful, controlled, and strategic in what he reveals. So when he spoke with such certainty, it was clear that something irreversible had happened. Fans rushed to interpret his meaning. Did Sara betray him? Did she walk away from something real, only to realize too late what she had lost? Or did she simply underestimate the depth of the bond they had, thinking she could move on without consequence? The media wasted no time. Headlines screamed: Can Yaman's ice-cold words for Sara Bluma, the confession that shook Italy, a mistake she'll regret forever. Talk shows dissected every syllable, tabloids unearthed old photos, and social media became a battleground between those who supported Can and those who defended Sara. The phrase "regret forever" trended for days, with fans using it to create memes, quotes, and endless threads about lost love and second chances. But beyond the frenzy, there is a deeper truth about why this confession resonates. Because at its core, it is not just about celebrity drama, it is about love, pride, and choices. How many of us have made mistakes in relationships that we knew, deep down, we would regret? How many of us have walked away too soon, spoken too harshly, or failed to see what we had until it was gone? In Can's words, people heard their own stories. His pain became universal, his heartbreak relatable, his cold truth undeniable. For Sara Bluma, the fallout has been brutal. Everywhere she goes, she is now followed by the shadow of Can's confession. Her name is tied to his in a way she cannot escape. Interviews demand her response, fans flood her social media with questions, and critics accuse her of failing to see what she had. Whether fair or not, she has become the woman who made the biggest mistake of her life. And perhaps the hardest part is that Can himself has already moved on. His words suggest closure, not longing. For Sara, however, the regret may just be beginning. Meanwhile, for Can, the confession has only solidified his image as a man who speaks his truth. His fans admire him not just for his looks or his acting, but for his honesty. To them, his willingness to reveal pain and disappointment makes him even more relatable, even more human. And yet, it also makes him untouchable. Because if Can Yaman says that someone will regret losing him forever, who can possibly argue? He is, after all, the man who has the world at his feet. What does this mean for his future? If history has taught us anything, it is that Can Yaman does not linger in the past. When a chapter closes, he moves forward with determination. This chilling confession was not a plea for reconciliation, it was a statement of finality. He has acknowledged the mistake, placed it firmly in Sara's hands, and walked away. For him, the future is bright, filled with new projects, new challenges, and perhaps, in time, new love. For Sara, the future may be marked by reflection, by the haunting question of what if, by the inescapable reality that some mistakes cannot be undone. And so, the story becomes legend. Fans will tell it for years, the tale of Can Yaman, the man who confessed with icy certainty that a woman once close to him had made the mistake of her life. It is a story that blends glamour and heartbreak, fame and humanity, drama and truth. And it is a reminder to all of us that in matters of the heart, hesitation, pride, and misjudgment can cost us more than we ever imagined. In the end, Can's chilling confession is not just about Sara Bluma. It is about the choices we make, the people we love, and the consequences that follow. His words will echo not just in tabloids, but in the hearts of millions who know that love, once lost, can indeed become the regret of a lifetime. But what makes this confession even more unforgettable is the silence that followed. Can didn't elaborate, didn't offer details, didn't soften his words with explanations. He simply left them hanging in the air, powerful enough to speak for themselves. That silence became part of the confession, a void that fans and media rushed to fill with their own theories. Some believed Sara betrayed him in a way that cut too deeply to forgive. Others suggested she underestimated his devotion, thinking he would always be there waiting. Whatever the truth, the fact that Can chose not to clarify only added to the mystery and the impact. The chilling nature of his words also highlights something fundamental about Can Yaman as a person. He has always been known for his decisiveness, for his refusal to play games with half-truths. When he loves openly, when he is hurt, he does not hide it. By saying she'll regret it forever, he drew a line in the sand. It was as though he was saying, I gave everything, and it wasn't enough. And now, the chance is gone. This kind of clarity is rare in celebrity culture, where most try to smooth over conflicts with vague statements. Can's blunt honesty sets him apart, making his words resonate all the more. For fans, the confession has become more than gossip, it has become a lesson. People share his quote online with captions like, "Never take real love for granted" or "Don't lose what others dream of finding." In this way, his heartbreak has transformed into inspiration, his personal loss into collective wisdom. Sara Bluma may live with regret, but the rest of the world now carries a reminder of how fleeting love can be, and how dangerous it is to let it slip away.